So, welcome back. Today, we are talking about the emotionally intense episode of Ganga Ki Betiyan that aired on 28th May 2026. This episode takes the love story of Sidhu and Sneha to its most heartbreaking point yet, where love, sacrifice, guilt, and family pressure completely destroy every hope of happiness. The episode begins with Ganga emotionally advising Sneha to accept her marriage with Shantanu wholeheartedly. She tells Sneha that love can actually can happen slowly with time because Shantanu is genuinely a good person. Sneha quietly listens and hugs Ganga emotionally, but her words reveal the painful truth inside her heart. She says this relationship only exists because of Ganga and more than anything else. She simply wants Ganga to stay happy. Meanwhile, Sidhu reaches a dangerous emotional breaking point. Unable to bear losing Sneha forever, Sidhu secretly calls his friend and orders him to kidnap Shantanu when he goes to the temple after tying the Sehra. His desperation clearly shows how deeply trapped and helpless he feels emotionally. At the same time, another suspenseful subplot begins unfolding. Shekhar and Madhu ask Shantanu about Satish Pandey, and Shantanu reveals shocking information. He exposes Satish as a fraud who cheated powerful businessmen in Dubai and destroyed many lives through gambling and scams. This revelation leaves Shekhar and Madhu deeply worried because Satish is Purvi's father. But the real emotional explosion comes at the temple. Sidhu arrives there with full determination to fight for Sneha, but suddenly Durgavati appears in front of him. She emotionally reminds Sidhu of the promise he made to Purvi and asks him one painful question. Does he truly love Sneha? Sidhu finally admits the truth openly. He says yes. He loves Sneha deeply and now understands that Sneha also loves him. But Durgavati immediately corners him with a heartbreaking ultimatum. She tells Sidhu to either marry Purvi or forget his mother forever. That moment completely shatters Sidhu emotionally. Just minutes earlier, he was ready to rebel against fate and stop the wedding at any cost. But the fear of losing his mother instantly turns him helpless again. And then comes Sidhu's biggest sacrifice. He immediately calls his friend and cancels the kidnapping plan. He gives up the last chance to stop Sneha's wedding and tells Durgavati that her happiness will always come before his own. That scene becomes the emotional soul of the episode. Meanwhile, Sneha quietly prepares for her marriage while convincing herself that sacrifice is the only way to protect Ganga's dignity and happiness. Her pain remains silent, but every expression reveals how emotionally broken she truly is. At the same time, Indu and Vemla continue creating more chaos by secretly planning Shantanu's kidnapping through Kali. Kali agrees only because he wants to prove his love for Sahana, showing how almost every character in the story is now acting emotionally instead of logically. Finally, the wedding venue scenes become heartbreaking visually. Sidhu and Sneha arrive dressed as bride and groom, but for different people. The moment they see each other, the pain in their eyes say more than any dialogue could ever express. This episode succeeds because it doesn't rely on dramatic twist. Instead, it focuses on emotional suffocation, sacrifice, and impossible choices. Sidhu chooses Durgavati over his own happiness doesn't feel heroic at all. It feels devastating. Now, the biggest question is, will fate continue separating Sidhu and Sneha forever, or is another shocking twist still waiting before the marriage rituals are completed? The upcoming episode of Ganga Ki Betiya promise emotional confrontation, dangerous secret, heartbreaking sacrifices, and twist that could completely change everyone's life forever. Thank you for watching. Bye.